Click on the subscribe button and remember to press the bell icon for regular notifications from our digital blogger. Hello friends, welcome to our digital blogger. Today we're going to compare two full service stock brokers, Motilal Oswal with Yes Securities. Now Motilal Oswal is an independent entity launched in the year 1987, while Yes Securities is a bank-based stock broker. In this comparison, we will talk about company backgrounds, account opening and maintenance charges, brokerage rates, exposure or leverage offered across segments, research accuracy, trading platforms performance, and some of the features that can help to figure out which of these two stockbrokers is a better choice for you. Let's get started. So starting with the company backgrounds, both of these are full service stockbrokers. As mentioned earlier, Motilal Oswal or MOSL was launched in 1987. Yes Securities has been recently established in 2013. Motilal Oswal has branches across more than 2,000 sub-brokers and franchise locations. So in case you're looking for a physical presence around your area, there is a high proximity that you'll be able to find a location of Motilal Oswal. Yes Securities has just 52 branches. That's a pretty low number. MOSL is a member of BSE, NSE, NCDEX and MSEI, while Yes Securities holds the membership with BSE and NSE only. If you're looking to open an account with them, MOSL charges you 1,000 rupees to open the trading account. There's nothing for the demat, but you have to pay 441 rupees for the demat account AMC. This is an yearly charge, so you have to be understanding that you have to pay 440 rupees on every year when you refresh or reactivate your account with MOSL. Yes Securities does not charge you anything to open the account at the demat or the trading level. 500 rupees in this case is the AMC. So certainly you can see that MOSL is slightly more expensive as compared to Yes Securities. When it comes to brokerage, again MOSL comes out as the expensive one, although it has multiple plans depending on your initial trading capital. It's as high as 0.5%, as you can see. It can go as low as 0.1% at equity delivery. Similar, you can see the trend going down at intraday or derivatives or currency level. Similarly, if you talk about Yes Securities, it's 0.45%, slightly lower as compared to MOSL. In other segments, more or less they are similar. So you have to figure out what's your initial trading capital going to be. If it is somewhere around 40,000-50,000, then you will end up paying somewhere around 0.4 to 0.45% of your trade value as brokerage. Otherwise, if you can go up till, let's say, 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs, or probably around 5 lakh, in that case it's going to be 0.2% for equity delivery with the MOSL. So certainly it really depends directly upon the initial trading capital and the corresponding charges you are going to pay as brokerage to the broker. Then we have exposure or leverage. For people who do not understand this concept, it's pretty simple though. It's kind of a short-term loan that is offered by your stockbroker at a specific rate of interest. Now this interest rate can be in the range of 15, 22, 23%. Motilal Oswal gives you 20 times in for intraday, and similarly for derivatives it gives a decent exposure value. Again, it has a lot to do with your profit patterns. If you're consistently making profits with your trades, then the exposure values are bound to increase. Yes Securities doesn't really offer much here. They give you pretty low exposure values. So in case you are somebody who is looking for a full service stockbroker with reasonable exposure, then MOSL is a good choice for you. Customer service, always a high expectation, specifically if you talk about full service stockbrokers. Both of these brokers here in this context, MOSL and Yes Securities, offer you email support, phone, toll-free number and a wide range of offline branches. They do not have live chat for you. When it comes to the quality of the customer support though, so it really matters on multiple factors. Now it could be the turnaround time it takes to resolve your query. It can be the personalization factor in the communications they provide. It could be the skill set of the executives you talk to. It could be the offline reach and the kind of professionalism shown by the sub-broker offices and everything. In all these spectra here, if we talk about that, Motilal Oswal does a decent job as compared to Yes Securities. It has a specific structure in place wherein a regular goes a regular sort of audit is done for customer support. So if you're looking for decent customer support as well, in this comparison here between these two, MOSL wins this battle too. Research and trading products, well, both of these are full service stockbrokers. They provide you tips, recommendations, and research and analysis. Here again, by a slight margin, MOSL gives you better accuracy when it comes to research. You can depend on this broker, but still you have to perform some sort of background check, some sort of analysis on your own before you actually place the trade. 100% blind trust cannot be availed by any of these brokers, and you have to be very sure before you actually place that trade, especially at intraday level. In trading segments, not much of a difference, but the only area we see is the commodity segment, where you cannot be trading in commodity if you're a client of Yes Securities. Motilal Oswal doesn't have that limitation. It allows you to trade across multiple segments, including commodity. Then here are some other features. You have to see whether you need these features in the first place. For instance, automated trading. It can be risky, but it is provided by Motilal Oswal if you want it or not. 3-in-1 account is generally and rather only available by the bank-based full-service stockbrokers. In this case, Yes Securities comes from Yes Bank, and it does avail the provision of a 3-in-1 account, where your trading account gets linked with your bank account. You don't need to transfer the funds manually. This happens automatically through a back-end process. Now let's talk about the trading platforms. It's one of the most important factors, simply because the performance of the trading platform really decide whether you are able to place the trade at the right time at the right price. We'll talk about the mobile app first. For that, we need to check out Google Play Store. So we'll start with the Motilal Oswal's MO Investor mobile app. It has been recently redesigned, rated at 4.1 by around 9,000 subscribers here, out of which around 13.5% of them have rated this app negatively. Overall satisfaction score is around 86.5%. If you look at the stats here, the last update was done on 13th of October 2017. Generally, they update the mobile app in the range of 5 to 6 weeks. That can be improved by a week or so. Overall, it's around good. Number of installs 1 to 5 lakh. If you just believe in the numbers, it's somewhere around better than average. Not amazingly great, but still somewhere around that particular mark. Obviously, there are some concerns as well, especially if you talk about the usability factor. If you are a beginner, you might face some concerns understanding the overall workflow and specific features. They have been introducing new features although, but still you have to make sure that the overall user experience is also taken care of, so that the users are able to understand the usability and the way how to use that application feature in the first place. Secondly, you might also face some sort of login issues at times. You might be thrown out of the application, logged out automatically. So these are some intermittent issues in place that can be worked around, but certainly it's a decent mobile trading application for trading. Now let's talk about Yes Securities and see whether what kind of competition is it is posing to MO Investor app. So the mobile app of Yes Securities is rated at 3.1 by around 190 users, out of which around 40% of them have rated this app negatively, which is a huge sort of a shock, simply because it's a better brand than it is looking like. But still, if you look at the numbers here, 60% overall satisfaction score. The last update was done on 10th of August 2015. This video is recorded in November 2017. Number of installs 10,000 to 50,000. So certainly the application is not at all a recommended one. There are a lot of concerns, especially the design of the application is pretty primitive. At the same time, number of features are limited. You will face some sort of connectivity issues too. And finally, if you want to perform some sort of technical or fundamental analysis, there are almost no features that can help you in supporting that. So it's certainly not a recommended mobile app. You should really not be using it. Probably if you are a client or want to be a client of Yes Securities, in that case you can check out the other trading platforms, but stay away from the mobile app. Even if you use it, you might actually stand a chance to lose out on the opportunities that are available in the stock market. So between these two, without any sort of question, Motilal's MO Investor app is a far better choice than Yes Securities. Let's talk about the other trading platforms here, and for that we need to check out digitalblogger.com. So we'll start with the trading platforms of Motilal Oswal. We'll start with desktop application. You need to download this, install this onto your computer, laptop or desktop. Once you do that, you need to put in your credentials and you can start trading from there. The application gives you a multiple, rather exhaustive number of features. Speed and performance is also good, but at the same time, the user experience can be improved. As you can see, some of the features here, 1 second refresh rate. Since it's a full service stockbroker, you're also provided with research reports and recommendations on a regular basis. You get trading signals, and if you are somebody who's looking for fundamental research, you get access to 30,000 research reports. They have the mobile app and tablet. We've already discussed that. Then there is a smartwatch app. This is one of a rarity within the stockbroking space in India. Motilal Oswal gives you a smartwatch app that you can just install and take an audit of the market. You can also check your portfolio at the same time. You will not be able to place your trades though, but still you can have an idea of how the overall market momentum is shifting towards. Then there is the web application. It is available on the website of the broker. You need to click on login, put in your credentials, and you can start trading. Number of features in this case are also good, but at the same time you can see that the user experience part is still a worry. At the same time, this is not responsive. That implies that you cannot use it on a mobile or a tablet device. You'll have to stick to the desktop, laptop or the computer softwares. Now these are different trading platforms of MOSL. You can see the range is quite varied, and the number of features in each of the platforms it offers, it is also good. But anyway, let's talk about the trading platforms offered by the Yes Securities, the competition in place of this video, and see what kind of threat it poses to MOSL. So when it comes to Yes Securities, we already seen the mobile app. Obviously this is a primitive looking application, limited features, not at all recommended. They also offer you a web-based application. You do not need to download and install this. You just need to go to the website of Yes Securities, put in your user ID and password, and you can start trading. Number of features in this case are pretty limited. Design is however good, so you will not face much of a concern in understanding some of the features. But still, if you are a beginner, then yes, it makes sense for you to use this application. Otherwise, for intermediate to heavy level traders, they will get stuck in the limited features problem. They also give you a terminal software, but you need to just place a request for that. They can also offer you Odin, but that's a paid software. You need to get in touch with Yes Securities to know more about the terminal software. But when it comes to comparison between these two brokers, without a doubt, as we have seen clearly, the kind of variety is offered by Motilal Oswal, the kind of varied experiences MOSL offers, Yes Securities stands much of a no chance when it comes to trading platforms especially. And that is one big thing that's hard to understand, simply because people on a general level, especially who are beginners in the space, they want a trust factor, and bank basically gives you that for free. So if you're a bank-based stockbroker, it becomes your responsibility to provide decent sort of services, decent sort of provisions to the potential clients. But looking at Yes Securities, looking at even some of the other bank-based stockbrokers in place, either they lack focus on the technology part through the trading platforms, or they lack focus on the customer service, and obviously they charge very high. And this is one big problem when it comes to bank-based stockbrokers, and that is why discount brokers these days are so much flourishing, because there is a huge gap and there is a huge penetration opportunity for that kind of a broker. But still, if you talk about specifically this comparison here, we've talked about multiple aspects coming from company background, research, pricing, exposure, customer service, trading platforms. Now you have to see what you want, and based on that you can make a choice for yourself. However, if you need some suggestion from our end, you can check out this link, digitalblogger.com/free callback broker choice. Put in your details and we will set up a callback for you absolutely free. You can also subscribe to us on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, SlideShare and YouTube with the same handle, Digital Blogger, where we post content on a daily basis so that you can stay updated with the market information every time. Thank you so much again for watching the video. Bye-bye.